A very warm welcome to you and thank you for joining us on Health and Wellness. My name is Zaitun Ali and I'm so happy that you made the time each and every Sunday and also this one from 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. right here on KTN. And on this show, the topic of discussion is dealing with stroke. Most of the time you've had, when it comes to stroke, people say time is brain, and it's normally a brain attack that actually occurs when blood supply is not enough in the brain, probably because of what's it called, a ruptured blood vessel or a clot. And we have so much to talk about in this topic exactly. And we also have a specialist in the studio to explain more, together with a caregiver and also a survivor of a stroke. So joining me today is Joab Saidimu Kashonga, who is an occupational therapist and a hand therapist. Welcome to the show. We also have Lois Akinyi. She is the caregiver. You are the caregiver to Patrick Shioso.
Yes.
Yes, so this is Patrick Shioso. He also, he's a victim and also a survivor of stroke, and he'll get to share his personal experience of from diagnosis to treatment as well. So welcome to the show. I'm glad to have you right here.
Thank you.
And I'd like to start with you, Job, because we'd want to establish what is a stroke really and how does it occur. Yes, please.
Stroke is a cerebrovascular accident due to cerebral occlusion. That is a blockage of the arteries supplying blood to the cerebral cortex. Mainly because of cerebral hemorrhage, cerebral aneurysm, cerebral embolism, and cerebral thrombosis.
In simpler terms.
Okay, I'll
The
break
jargon.
I'll break it down.
Yes.
Cerebral thrombosis is where a stroke is caused by a clot which is not mobile.
Yeah.
An emboli, a cerebral embolism, is where the clot is mobile.
Okay.
Yeah. And then cerebral aneurysm is where there's a ballooning of the artery in the brain. And then hemorrhage is where there's a rupture of an artery in the brain. So there's not sufficient blood flowing to the cortex.
Okay.
Yes.
So how does it occur really? What causes it?
Basically, it can be caused by many factors. Weight, trauma. Yeah, basically that's the main.
And trauma. Okay. So when you say weight, is it the lifestyle? Is it, are you obese? Are you underweight?
It
so,
is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kindly elaborate more.
Actually, it is lifestyle.
Yes.
We get overweight and we're not doing enough exercises. So we just like lazing out. You're not working out. So there's a lot of fat building up, cholesterol, something like that.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. And I'd like to talk to you. And Patrick, when were you diagnosed with having a stroke?
Okay, I will start by saying
Yes.
in the year 2005, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure
Okay.
and I was put on medicine. And then the year 2017, I became diabetic.
Okay.
That's 2017. So 2017, I was now asked to, I used to drink, so I was told to stop, to change completely my way of living.
Lifestyle, yes.
Lifestyle. I was told to do more exercise, stop the alcohol, stop eating, I love nyama. And I was told, stop that red meat. I did for a few, I would say few years, but I could not really manage. So I,
Ulienda ukaacha kabisa kabisa.
niliacha kabisa, lakini pole pole nikarudi kwa nyama.
Yeah.
So 2019, I was able to control the diabetic. The sugar level became normal kabisa.
Okay.
So when this came to normal, I thought, well, I'm doing very well. So, and I was now on medicine, diabetic.
Yeah.
So I continued with those medicine, and then the doctors now confirmed in 2019 that the sugar has stabilized.
Okay.
And then I was told, you will continue with your medicine. Take your medicine, continue doing exercise. So I did all of this. And then now, the year 2022, since I was on medication, it was on a Sunday, September 17, 2022.
You remember the exact
I remember
date.
the exact.
Men do not remember dates,
Yes.
but this one.
Yes. So,
Yeah.
so I told Mama
Eh.
to go to church with the little girl.
Okay, given nimesema kumbe ndio mama.
Huyu ndio mama.
Si ungemuintroduce hata nilifanya makosa ningekuacha wewe ndio muintroduce.
Huyu ndio, unajua sisi Waluhya tunaita wife.
Mwenye ananichunga. Mwenye
mama.
anachunga boma ndio huyu.
Ndio huyu ndio Kenya. So, mimi nikaenda usi.
Yes.
Kufika kwa usi nikaambiwa na daktari,
Yes.
do you have time we check your cholesterol level? Nikakubali, nikasema since it's a Sunday and wengine wameenda church na mimi nimeenda kuchukua dawa, nikakubali nitapimwa. So it took about 2 hours for the test to come out.
Okay.
When it came out, I was told your cholesterol level ni mbaya.
Oh no.
Ni mbaya. It has already crossed what we call the red line.
Yeah.
Ile tunaambiwa umecross the line. So ilikuwa imecross. So nikarudi nyumbani nikaambia mama, na vile nimekuwa nikiambiwa blood pressure yako ni mbaya.
Yeah.
Sugar level yako ni mbaya. Sasa nimekuja kuambiwa mara ya 3 cholesterol yako ni mbaya. Hiyo nilichukulia mzaha. For real, I thought this is just another joke. It was September 17th. I came home, I told Mama, I went to work on Monday. I told my colleagues, nimeambiwa hosi cholesterol yangu ni mbaya, mniombe niwache nyama, mniombe nifanye mazoezi, mkinituma nifanye mazoezi. So one of my colleague, a lady laughed, akasema Pato, mimi siwezi kuombea uache nyama, sababu huwezi wacha. So I will not waste my time praying for you. So nimewambia now it's Monday, na daktari ameniambia level yako ni mbaya.
Yes.
On Tuesday, I went to work. This was now, I think it was on 20th. When I went to work at around 9 in the morning, nikasikia sasa tumbo mwasho mkali sana kwa tumbo kama mtu mwenye hajakula. So nikahisi njaa. Nikaona wacha niende kununua tu njugu na soda nikunywe. So nikanunua njugu na nikanunua soda. Hiyo kumbe ndio zika activate zaidi.
Yeah.
So at 11 sasa nikitembea, nilikuwa natembea ni kama nimekuwa mlevi. I cannot really walk straight. So at noon nikauliza we colleague wanirudishe nyumbani, and that was now where the big mistake was.
Yeah. Instead
ya kuenda ku seek medical attention, I went to bed in the house. And I slept through. I slept very well. Usingizi, nifika kwa nyumba karibu saa 6:30 nikalala saa 7. Kijana wangu akasema dadi, mimi napenda ball. Naenda kwa mazoezi ya ball. Nikamwambia enda. So saa 8 nikasikia haja ndogo kwenda kwa choo. Nikaamuka tu vizuri nikaenda. Kumaliza sasa ile napenduka kutoka kwa mkono hii ya right ikagonga because nilikuwa naenda kufall. So mkono ikagonga hiyo hinges ya mlango. Nafikiri ni hii ya kufungua mlango. Nika pass out, nikaanguka, and I'm alone in the house.
Oh no.
Because mama alikuwa kazini na mimi nilikuwa tu kwa nyumba peke yangu. So when I pass out, I think I was there for, I can't remember for how long. Kwa usingizi nikaota, nikasema Mungu, leo hii kitanda nimelalia iko na maji, imejaa maji. Because now when the baridi ilianza kuingia kwa mwili is when now I regained the consciousness.
Okay.
So after that nikarudi kwa bed, nikasema Mungu, mimi nakufa.
Umeona siku ya mwisho.
Nikaona, nilisema tu Mungu, mimi nakufa. So venye nilisema mimi nakufa, na spirit ya Mungu ikasema, na unangoja nini, utakufa kama unaona? Then I call a friend. So reaching my friend, I could not also get the number, I couldn't get the name because hata speech ilikuwa sasa imeenda.
Oh.
Yes. the speech, nikisema vitu watu wako nasikia nasema nini. So he came, na ndio akanipeleka OC. Kufika OC ilikuwa mata hii ya Karen, the Wells huko, nikawaambia nilikuwa hapa on Sunday 17th.
Yes.
Mkanipatia hizi dawa ni mbaya, zimeniletea shida. So ule daktari akaangalia akasema hii dawa ni mzuri, ni dawa ya cholesterol, very good medicine. So akauliza huyu rafiki yangu anaitwa Jesse, who is this man to you? Jesse akasema this is my friend. Akasema your friend is getting stroke. So na akasema your friend is getting stroke. Hata mimi sijui stroke ni nini. Your friend is getting stroke, mimi I have no idea.
Yeah.
So akasema do you have transport ama tuita ambulance? Akasema tuko na gari. Daktari akatuambia kimbieni mata ya industrial. Mkifika huko nitakuwa nimepeleka report huko.
Yes.
Waanze hiyo matest na kufanya nini. So nikafanyiwa mata hii CT scan, hawakupata vizuri, nikapelekwa sasa kwa MRI. MRI ya kwanza haikupata kitu, alafu nikarudi tena mara ya pili. Mara ya pili sasa ndio ilipata.
Na hiyo time ulikuwa unasikiaje?
Hiyo time nilikuwa sasa nasikia tu kizunguzungu. Mara nyingi ilikuwa ni kizunguzungu nasikia.
Okay.
Singeweza kusimama. Lakini wakati ya kuwekwa ndani ya ward, mwenyewe nilipanda kwa kitanda, mwenyewe nilivaa zile pajama za hosi.
Yes.
But asubuhi sasa kuamuka ndio nilikuta sasa wakati ya kupenduka normal, sijui tu normal ya kupenduka. Sasa kupenduka ndio nilipenduka nikianguka chini, because when I turned, this side was able to push me on this side, but this side could not
sustain.
Ikuweza kusustain. So nilianguka paka chini kwa floor.
Was it the side ile uligongo kwa mlango?
Na hiyo niligongo kwa mlango, ilikuwa
ilikuwa progressive too.
Yeah.
Hey, Daktari, could you now at least mention a few things about what he said, the symptoms that he had, and even that journey to diagnosis? Could you now elaborate further?
Transient ischemic attacks. This is whereby somebody experiences stroke-like symptoms, such like blood vision on one side, weakness. You start suddenly feeling weak on one side, your hand, your leg, and then sudden, like you feel like you're blacking out, you're just falling. Basically, you need to visit the hospital ASAP. Yeah, because those are it's a sign for, I mean, that you're going to get a stroke, like what Patrick was told in the current branch. Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. And some of the key facts and statistics we can see here is stroke is a leading cause of death and disability worldwide. Yes. So are there preventions that we can take to ensure that we actually curb it before it comes?
We need to eat healthy.
Okay.
We need to eat healthy. We need to exercise a lot. Yeah. Basically, and then follow what you're being told by your doctors. Excessive use of certain stuff like alcohol, cigarettes. Yeah. You need to quit it, and basically that's it.
Yeah. And for this case, what you've mentioned, the actual lifestyle, it's modifiable. There are factors, risk factors that are actually not modifiable. Let's say a history in the family. So how does that occur? How can you prevent it?
You can prevent this by frequently checking your cholesterol.
Okay.
Which is I mean, medical checkups, and what I said, exercising a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Talking to Patrick, akatuintroducia mama. I'd like to just learn about your experience of how it was, especially what time did you get the news, and from then now how the journey has been. So from diagnosis to the treatment to what kind of effects or even challenges did you face during this treatment process? Because sasa sai mzee ako sawa, ameng'ara, ako sawa.
Ametoka mbali.
Nice. And yeah, for real.
Yes.
Oh, nice. How was it?
Devastating. You know, he has had the blood pressure issue and diabetes for a while.
Yeah.
But you know, when this was diagnosed, there was medicine, and then we used to check the blood pressure, the blood sugar, and so everything was okay. And you know when you are living with a condition,
Yeah.
you tend to reach a point whereby it's kawaida. So like even when you go to hospital and the doctor says this and this is not okay, you don't take it that serious because you're just thinking, the doctors, they just say these things every time.
Yeah.
So even when he went to hospital that Sunday before the attack, and he was told that his cholesterol was at a bad level, he came and he told us that he was told that the cholesterol was not good. So what I was thinking at that moment was just, then we need to do more exercise, we need to walk more. And you remember, this was just after the COVID period, because before that, he used to walk a lot, even to work. But during COVID, that kind of stopped, because during COVID, at work they were told, avoid walking a lot, you know, so that you don't meet with people a lot, you don't interact with people a lot. And if you don't have your private means, then the office will organize. So there was a lot of, sitting from the house, you go sit. And this someone who was used to walking a lot.
Very active.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden, things like stagnated in matters, exercise and all that. So what came first in my mind was like, then we'll go back to, walking. We'll go back to, being a bit serious with the diet and all that, because when you hear of cholesterol, you're thinking, fat and all that. So when he went to work and he called me, normally when the normal thing is that when you go to work, you tend to find out how the other person is, whether they reach well and all that. So that is normal.
Yeah.
So when he texted me and told me that he reached well, but he's not feeling well, since at the back of my mind, I know there's the issue of high blood pressure and he's diabetic. And then he had also told me about the cholesterol issue that was told by the doctors. I thought maybe now the pressure has gone up. Or maybe now it's because of the report that he got on Sunday.
Yes.
So there's something that has happened there. So the first thing I told him is there should be a clinic near where you're working. Maybe if you can, if you can go there to have them check on your pressure, because that's what came to my mind first. I thought maybe the pressure's short. So I told him to go there and have the pressure checked. And then I had just reported to work. I was on leave. So getting out of work to go and check on him was just out of the question, because I just reported. So I kept on checking. Now, how are you feeling? Did you go to get checked? And then the next thing is telling me, I'm not well, so I've decided to go home. And then I told him, who are you with? How are you going home? He told me his colleagues are dropping him home. I told him, can you give me one of them? I talked to them. So he gave one of the colleagues. I told this colleague, please, don't take him home, because there's no one in the house. And because at the back of my mind I was thinking, this is pressure. And I've had a background of people with high blood pressure, like my dad. Yeah. And my dad was also diabetic. So I had a feeling of, if it goes to a certain level, it's dangerous. So I started panicking. So I told them, don't take him to the house, because I knew there was no one in the house. Just take him straight to hospital, and then I'll come. I'll see how to follow up from there. But being the Luya he is, he told them, nipelekeni kwa nyumba. So that's what happened. They took him to the house. So he called me later and told me that things are not good. Yeah. We've gone to a clinic nearby, and we've been told to rush to the main hospital, because they have to go and do a CT scan and do further tests. And according to the doctor, he has said that I'm having a stroke. Yeah. That shocked me, because by that point I didn't really know what stroke is. Of course, I've heard about it, but I didn't really know the details and what it is and what it can do and all that. And it was even telling me, and even my mouth has already gone on the side. Okay. Now that's when I started getting so worried. So I had to look for ways of going straight to the hospital where he is.
So now fast tracking to you going to the hospital,
Yes.
knowing whatever condition. So
Yes.
they explained to you what he was...
They did not explain to me at the moment.
Yeah.
What happened, when I reached the hospital, he was on the queue to go for the CT scan.
Yes.
But I could tell from the way he was talking, he had a slurred speech. So I could tell something was not okay. And then from the CT scan, we were told to go back to the doctor at the A&D. So at the A&D, the doctor was actually just asking questions like, how is he feeling? What is different about him? Of course, I mentioned the speech. And then...
what else?
What else have you noticed that is different? Has he complained of anything? What kind of medicine has he been taking and all that? And then, of course, the doctor had to consult also with other doctors.
To know his history.
Yes,
actually.
to find out. And she at that moment, she mentioned something about stroke.
Okay.
But even at that moment, I was thinking, you know, I always thought stroke had something to do with the heart. Then she started explaining, you know, when the blood doesn't get enough oxygen to the brain and all that. So that's when I started relating.
Yes.
And then what they were doing that time was trying to check the balance, I think, because we were telling him to walk, telling him to, you know, do this to find out whether what was going on. But he was looking okay. Apart from the speech,
Alikuwa tu sawa.
everything else was okay.
Okay. And I want us to first and foremost take a short commercial break. I know we are coming back with more about the risk factors, the symptoms, how the treatment process was looking like. So don't touch that dial. This is Health and Wellness. We'll be right back. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, remember this is Health and Wellness. My name is Zaitun Ali, and the topic of discussion has been dealing with stroke. And some of the what's it called, insights that we've gotten from the previous story, life experience of one of our survivors here. I'll introduce them again, but before that, let me just mention there's this acronym Be Fast that it is actually linked to stroke. So one of the things is to watch out for is balance. If you ever find that there's sudden loss of balance or coordination, it's one of the symptoms. There's E stands for eyes, sudden blood or double vision or sudden loss of vision on one or both of the eyes. F stands for face, one side of the face drops. A stands for arms, one arm drifts downward when both arms are raised, so one will be drifting downwards. S stands for speech, slurred speech or difficulty in understanding speech. And then the last one is T, time. Time is of essence. Call for help and also just seek medical attention as quick as possible. So Be Fast should guide you on just how to deal with these issues.
Yes.
As a caregiver. Oh God, what's changed?
So now we were introduced to a nutritionist.
Okay.
And so this nutritionist was telling us what to get rid of, what to introduce. And I was like, oh my God. And I could remember here we're being told completely eliminate sugar.
Yeah.
And we know that we love sugar a lot. Like him, ni Mluya, na chai, na sukari. So if there's no sugar in the tea, afadhali hiyo chai basi ika. But I thank God because with time, now you can take tea without sugar completely. In fact, if you put sugar, you just tell you hiyo chai kando.
Ilibidi umezoea Patrick.
Ilibidi amezoea.
Na actually, mlika hospitali sana hiyo time?
Yeah, we were in hospital for close to a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and during that time we were given nutritionists and counselors who were counseling us. Yes. So the nutritionist just basically told us how the plate of food should be, that we should reduce the carbohydrates, make sure there's a lot of greens, mboga, and fruits. But again, the fruits also you have to be careful because there's fruits that have sugar. Because at the end of the day, that sugar still it will still be the same sugar, whether it's from fruits or whether it is from the normal sugar you add in tea.
Oh, so what are the natural one? Ilikuwa tabu.
Yes, so if you're taking, like they told us, if you're taking like, say, bananas,
Yes.
don't take so many bananas in one sitting. You can take like a banana, one, and then maybe another fruit like apple or something else. But there are those that have good fats like avocado, and then nuts, a lot of nuts. But what they really emphasized was the portioning. So we had to reduce the ugali. And you know, the Mluyas, they eat a lot of ugali. So that was a struggle. Reducing that ugali was a struggle. But thank God, because this far, at least, now the portions have gone down.
I had unakula ugali the size of your fist.
Yes.
That's the recommended one. Hebu tuone fist yako. But you managed.
Yes.
Yeah. So now talking about, at least there was a nutritionist. So at what point actually did now Joab come in as the occupational therapist?
When we were still in hospital, the neurologist who was seeing him advised us that since while in hospital, he was also going through physiotherapy, occupational therapy. And so the doctor told us that it is very important to go on with the physiotherapy. And in fact, I learned, while we were there, we learned that when it comes to stroke, it's not the medication or the diet as such. It's the physio is the most important, first of all. Yes. Because now you've gone back to like a child who's training to walk, training to hold things, training to talk. So it's the whole process. So a physiotherapy comes in and does the physio. It's like training him all over again to be able to do things. So it was not easy because he could not, if he sat the way he's seated now, he cannot come up. He can't,
Patrick, what was affected exactly?
What was affected was my left hand. This died 100%. I had no feeling of the hand. I had no feeling of the leg.
Okay.
So if I sat down, I was supposed to be lifted. Like going to the toilet, going to bed. When I go to bed, this leg, I could not lift it to the bed. This hand, it keeps on dropping from the bed to the floor, and it was rotating like it could go all the way. So I could ask her, Mama, can you come and pick my hand? And then she'll wake up and then come and lift the hand, then put it on the chest. Then again it drops.
What?
Yes.
Apart from the hands and the leg, one hand, the left hand, the left leg, what else? The speech ilirudi vizuri.
Speech hiyo ilienda kabisa. There was a time when I used to talk and tell them something. People were not hearing. Like when I say water, can you give me water? And they say, ati. So I got really frustrated and I decided to stop talking. Because whenever I felt myself, when I talk, nobody's hearing what I'm saying. So let me just keep quiet. So I was quiet for a very long time.
Serious?
Yes. And even friends could come and visit him. You know, he's naturally outgoing and he can really tell stories. Yes. So whenever visitors or friends who are used to him would come and visit, they were like, is he really okay? There's a friend of ours who came and then he was like, hey, I was wondering, have I said something wrong or what is going on? Because of the way he became withdrawn. Because he was feeling, he's now, even if he talks, we cannot be able to understand what he's saying. And it was a complete contrast of what he was before. So I think he was also feeling low because now things had changed. And even the things that he could be able to do, he's a hands-on kind of person.
Of course.
He could not be able to do things on his own because if you're used to use two hands, using only one hand is very challenging. So he could not be able, he's someone who could even cook. Now he could not be able to do that. And so everything was just back to square zero. And so in hospital, the neurologist encouraged us, told us that this is a time that needs a lot of care and a lot of love. And even the physiotherapist that you're going to choose, make sure it's someone that he accepts. Because if it's someone that he does not accept, the healing will be very slow. So if you want the healing to be progressive and you have a lot of results, then let him be the one to choose the person that he wants. So that's how Joab came in. Because Joab was someone, even when we were in hospital, he could come and do the sessions on him. And you could think they've known each other for a very long time.
Okay.
And so it was very easy for us to choose whom we wanted to go on with him with the physios.
Hey, Joab, explain now that rapport you created with your patient. That's a very good thing.
The first thing, you know, for a patient and for your client, you need to get to create a rapport and you know, get to know each other. You make it easy for him as well, because you know it's not easy. As much as you know it's not easy, you try as much as make it look like, okay, it's just a journey which we're going to, you know, we're going to finish very soon. Now, as per why he had slurred speech, it's because of something we call Bell's palsy, due to weakness of one side of the head. The face. So it tends to pull. Okay, this side is stronger, this side is weak, so it kind of tends to pull. So that's what we call Bell's palsy. So we need to strengthen that muscle, the muscles of the face, so that he's able to. We're just getting back the conformity of the mouth. Okay, and then with the hand, the first thing you do, because of the weakness, you tend to have a wrist drop. So we have to put a hand resting splint, a volar splint, so that at least the hand to be in a normal functional state. And the leg as well, you need to put a foot drop splint, because the foot tends to drop like this. So you need to put a foot drop splint.
How long did it take for him at least to recover, and how was the recovery process?
For him, basically, because of the support he was having at home.
Oh.
Yes. Because of the support of Jaber.
Jaber.
Yes.
Okay.
The recovery was quite drastic. It was quite drastic. And even him, he really wanted to get better. And you know, for you to get such kind of results, you need to encourage the person, encourage the client. See, this thing, you're going to get there real soon. Patrick, you're going to drive. Just hold on. Next week, you're going to drive, and you're going to be okay. And he was really working hard towards that, achieving independence as well.
Yes.
Patrick is one person who is, he likes being independent. You know,
hands-on.
Hands-on man, hands-on guy. Somebody comes here, assisting him to go to the washroom. He feels so bad. So it was really demotivating him. So he was looking forward to getting better, for him to, you know, start doing his own stuff as well.
It was all on the mindset as
well. Oh yes. Actually, I call it a biopsychological model.
Okay.
His biopsychological model is very positive. So towards his healing, he did a good job.
So Joab, what are some of the misconceptions that you'd like to address today in regards to stroke?
Misconception, people say you cannot recover from a stroke, okay? But with early intervention, and you put your focus towards getting well, you're gonna get okay. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna perform your activities of daily living without any hindrance. You see the way Patrick right now, he can easily cook.
Yes.
He can easily drive. He does all sorts of
Jaber
stuff.
anasikia poa.
Yes. Actually, in the morning, he's the one who drives Jaber to work.
Oh, yes.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, umepewa sifa, uko tu hapa unakubali.
I could say,
yes.
Saizi nasikia raha, but I can say it was a journey, because hii mkono hii, the skin when it dried, ilikuwa ni kama kuni za kuhakisha moto.
Na ikoaje sasa?
Kama miti. So wakati ya kufanya physio, it was the most painful thing.
It was painful.
It was the most, especially the hand, not the leg. The hand, hii mkono hii, ilikuwa Joab alikuwa anafunga na strap namna hivi. Akishaifunga, then he does the other things. So itabaki imefungwa for 45 minutes. So akifungua, ndio hii mkono ikuje ifungue. ile nduru nilikuwa na scream.
Guy, it was that bad.
It was that-
Yeah.
There's a time we were all crying, the three of us.
Kwa nyumba.
All
No
of us,
one
yes.
consoles the other person.
Because you know you can't believe like
Yeah, it was
why
like-
you know he has to get okay. He has to be okay because you know it couldn't do anything, nothing. Yeah, until we started. Okay, we get trace. Yeah, we get him trace movement, flexion. Then we flex. It flexes, but it can't extend. We can't get extension until at least you know we had to work on it, and it was inflamed. It was swollen. Yeah, it was swollen. So we had to elevate, you know, and the TheraBand, pull the TheraBand for him to, I mean, just to reduce the swelling. The feet as well. There's a time we had edema in the feet. There's a time we had edema in the feet, so we had to elevate and at
Edema
least
is which
work.
one? The swelling.
Yeah, swelling, swelling in the affected limb.
Okay.
So we actually had to elevate it all the time. Most of the time, we have to elevate, and I thank God where we are right now.
So aside from it's not physiotherapy, it's occupational therapy. Or what's the difference?
Basically,
Yeah.
you know, it's only in Kenya that's where we have like them being sort of different.
Yeah.
But in Europe, physio and occupational therapy, it's kind of one sort of one department.
They go hand in hand.
Yeah. Like in London, where I used to work before, we used to, you know, we do the same things. The only difference, we never used to stimulate, you know, those stimulation stuff. We never used to do that. But basically everything ambulation, we do it together.
Ndio maana umesikia amesema alikuwa London. Ndio maana anatupatia jargon hapa. Hey, ambulation. Sijui what. Today, but we are learning. These terms, we're also getting to know about stroke. And clearly from both of them, there's little information out there about what stroke is, how it occurs. So probably you can also just find an avenue to educate people more with zero jargon. Hata kama tumetoka ni Europe. Sasa tunaelewa why.
How it occurs.
Okay, but no, let's talk about, apart from occupational and physiotherapy, what else does now a stroke patient need in terms of care and support? Are there medication after that? Are there also lasting effects that we need to look out for? Yeah,
Actually, let me talk about the ambulation part, like walking. I meant walking, right?
Thank you.
So, with the walking part, at first you need to start by using the walking aid.
Okay.
And then you graduate to a walking stick. And then right now, I mean, you can walk without even a walking stick.
Wow.
Yeah, so basically that's the journey, like what you need to have. Yeah. Initially, you used to be on a wheelchair. And I told him the first day, I don't like this thing. And even he knows, remember? Patrick thought, okay, can we buy a wheelchair? And I told him, Patrick, no. This thing will make you lazy.
Yeah, it will make you comfortable.
Yes, you're just comfortable. You're just being moved, and you can even, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how we start with the walking aid, come to the walking stick, and then you start moving on your own. Okay. Now you wanted to know about.
Now, apart from physiotherapy and occupational therapy, are there probably any medication that the patient needs to take?
Yeah. He's basically his doctor, the neurologist.
Yes.
Has to give him some medication.
Okay.
Which I'm sure even right now is still continuing with them.
How long has it been, Patrick?
For stroke,
Yes.
there is no medicine.
Oh, you finished, right?
Yeah, stroke recovery, it is absolutely depending on the physio.
Okay.
Because if they tell you they'll give you medicine, there is no medicine which will strengthen your arm to come back the way. It's only by doing therapy
Yes.
that you recover.
Okay.
And then the most important thing here I want to let the world know, it is when somebody gets ill, nobody intends to or to knows about tomorrow. So tomorrow you woke up very healthy, and then 2 hours later you cannot walk.
Yeah.
Yes, this somebody who has been washing his car, This somebody was cooking for himself. This somebody who's been washing his underwear by himself. But now he cannot wash them. So how do you recover? Many people lose hope. Because the first thing that goes, mimi siwezi kuendesha gari. Mimi siwezi kuweka hata chakula kwa mdomo. Mimi siwezi kufanya hii. I'm useless. You condemn yourself. Then when you condemn yourself, you are useless. Yes, you become that useless that you are saying you are. So the loved ones, kama mimi, this lady here,
Yeah.
I owe my life to these two guys.
Wow.
That one came in to supplement me by returning me to Patrick. This one gave me the hope.
Yes.
The love she showered me with, the support I got from her, it is the thing that made me now, I turn to God and say, God, I'm so loved, I want to live.
Yes.
Yes.
Wow.
I want to be myself. And then when you accepted what you are in, now God comes in because you are so loved.
Yes.
You see people around you. You see my daughter, even she, I don't know where
I've
she is.
seen her.
Yes. She's running to me. She keeps on telling me, Daddy, when will you cook KFC chicken for me? I used to make.
Yeah,
Yes.
mpaka kuna recipe.
Yes. So I just want to tell people out there who are listening,
Yes.
the caregivers matters a lot. If she could have run away from me,
Very true.
then I
would
could
have
have
been difficult.
could have been very difficult. But she walked me through. Even she made me there was a time I went to the chore and I'm using the chore and I could not stand, so I'm waiting to call her. And I said, God, hata uwezo wa kusimama umeninyima. Na spirit ya Mungu ikasema, na susimame. And I stood up.
Wow.
Yes, just like that. And then I started gaining momentum of doing things. Right now she goes to work. The job I was retired because I could not continue.
Oh.
Yes, I could not continue with one hand.
You know, we had a target, yeah? We were focusing on a particular, both of us with Patrick, we're saying, okay, by this particular time, Patrick, you're supposed to be back to work.
Yeah.
And apparently, we kind of achieved it because the HR came to pick him. He was told to go to work.
Okay.
Yes. Then apparently, okay, he'll tell you about, maybe just decided, no, let me just read.
Masaa tu ndo haiko on our side. I wish we had the story to do this. Aki, thank you so much. Yeah. But what I've really gotten from him is focus on hope. And actually also let's educate the people about what the stroke is. And also to the caregiver, you've done a lot.
Yeah.
It's God. It's
Yes,
God.
people do not underestimate the power of caregiving, and actually today you've made it very evident how necessary it is. Family support, actually, limfanya focus mindset ikakuwa iko sawa, and that's what we have gotten today from you. Thank you so much for even sharing your story and your experience as well. Also, if people want to find your job, please let them know, any of you, mali wanaweza wapata, just to get the support that is needed also to take care of our client, of our patient who is suffering from stroke.
Yes.
Joab, where can we find you?
Now I'm doing my own stuff, home calls.
No.
Yeah, because I'm actually planning to move back the site. So.
Oh, pale uko majuu. Bas.
Yeah, so, but I'm around for some time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So probably where can people get you? Share a number or?
Yes, just a number.
Okay.
My number is 0722 796 552.
Again?
Yeah, 0722 796 552.
Okay. Jaber.
Jaber,
Excuse me.
I'm on, now they call it X,
Yes.
at Lois Akinyi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Instagram is also at Lois Akinyi. But Patrick actually has a YouTube channel. So maybe he'll talk about it.
Tuambie YouTube channel. Wakishamaliza kuona hii kwa KTN Home YouTube channel. Actually not KTN Home, KTN Entertainment YouTube channel. Mwende pia muangalie ya Patrick. Tueleze.
Ile naweza kuambia ulimwengu, ugonjwa itatupata because lifestyle yetu hakuna, hata wewe uko mdogo, lakini kuna wakati unafanya mambo mengine huko nje ambayo mambo usifanye hivi unafanya. So unaweza patikana.
Ukweli.
Ukipatikana usikufe moyo.
Yes.
Mimi nilipatikana 100%, hii mkono nothing, mguu nothing. Lakini Mungu ameniinua, nimerudi kuwa. So ningewahimiza tu watu wasikufe moyo ukipata ugonjwa, ni imani yako itakuponya.
Na ureact haraka.
Na ureact haraka.
Yes.
Kama mimi ningeenda hosi immediately,
Yes.
I think it would have been
better.
it would have been, but nilienda kulala.
I know.
Yeah, na nikajiletea shida kubwa.
YouTube channel?
Ni just Patrick Shioso.
Shioso.
Type to Patrick Shioso
tutakupata.
Utanipata.
Sawa, uko na story mingi zi uko nazo hapo, tutaendelea.
Ile kitu naweza kusema Wakenya mambo ya ugonjwa wataki kusikia. Unajua mtu mpaka akipatikana ndio anaanza kutafuta, lakini tu when they are living normal life,
Yes.
hiyo ni shida yako.
And that's why
Unaanza kugoogle hii inamaanisha nini?
Don't wait until you reach there.
And this is why we are creating this platform to actually educate people about health and wellness. And find us here and every other Sunday at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. on KTN. Also find this episode on YouTube at KTN Entertainment and on our social media platforms at KTN Home _ on X and Instagram and at KTN Home on Facebook. Mine, find me at Ali _Zaitun on Instagram and on X at Zaitun _Ali. Uko sikuangi nimechangamka sana, and actually I get to read your messages for those who have inspiring stories. Please send them there on my platform as well, na pia kwa KTN Home. Mi nikihata kidogo kuiona, I'll see it on KTN Home _. So thank you for watching. Until next time, see you.